Hello, I'm Kate Feeks. Welcome to this online video edition of Medina County Court News. On Thursday, January 26, Judge James Kimbler sentenced several defendants. One of those defendants was Adam D. Christian, 23, of Perrysville, Ohio. Mr. Christian was in front of Judge Kimbler on one count of robbery, a second-degree felony, and one count of tampering with evidence, a third-degree felony. Mr. Christian appeared with his attorney, Tom Morris of Wadsworth, Ohio. Here is Judge Kimbler imposing sentence on Mr. Christian.
Christian?
Yes, sir.
What, do you have anything you want to say in mitigation?
That I'm sorry if I hurt or harmed anybody in my actions. I'm sorry for standing here in front of you today, for you having to sentence me to prison. Sorry to hurt my family.
Well, I do agree with the state of Ohio that the minimum sentence is not appropriate. I do not agree with the state of Ohio that a 5-year sentence is appropriate. I'm going to order a 3-year prison sentence on the F2, a 12-month or 1-year prison sentence on the F3. Those run concurrent. He gets 125 days jail credit. Court costs are waived. No fine is imposed.
Stephanie L. Modica, 30, of Wadsworth, Ohio, appeared in court on a charge of possession of drugs. The drug involved was heroin. Ms. Modica was represented by attorney John Celebrezzi of Medina, Ohio. At one point, Ms. Modica had been placed on intervention in lieu of conviction, but violated that program's condition. The drug possession charge was a 5th-degree felony. Here is Judge Kimbler imposing sentence on Ms. Modica.
The court's going to order, 84 days of residential control sanctions, but she gets 84 days jail credit. She'll be released today. She's reported to the Medina County Adult Probation Board for 3 years. You wonder under ISP or general? General? Okay, because the FIP program is general, right?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, FIP program is redundant, but there you go. You want the drug alcohol assessment to be done by Mr. Blue?
Yeah, that would be.
Okay. I do have to suspend your driver's license for 6 months to 5 years. I'll give you the minimum 6 months. You can get driving privileges. To get driving privileges, you have to have proof of insurance and have no other suspensions in effect. I'm going to waive court costs. There will be a monthly community control sanction fee, but only if she is employed. She has to attend so as conditions 1 through 6, with the exception that I'm waiving court costs.
Angela R. Williams, 40, of Barberton, Ohio, appeared in court on a charge of obstructing justice, a 5th-degree felony. The charge was a result of Ms. Williams trying to help her son who had stolen a motorcycle. Ms. Williams was represented by attorney Matt Bruce of Medina, Ohio. Here is the sentencing hearing for Ms. Williams.
She is to do general supervision with a low-risk officer for up to 3 years. She is to make best efforts to obtain and maintain gainful verifiable employment. She is to submit to regular random drug alcohol testing, be arrested on first positive finding. She has to pay restitution in the amount of $1,473.48 to Shane Martin. I consider the restitution, Mr. Bruce, to be what you and I would refer to as joint and several liability. That is, if her son is ordered to make restitution for everything he paid, she would not have to pay, but if he goes to prison and never makes restitution, she has to pay the whole thing.
Is that within a 3-year period, Your Honor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm going to waive the court costs. She does have to pay a mandatory monthly community control sanction fee as long as she's employed. But I'm waiving the court costs so that she can use that money to pay the restitution. I'm going to add 24 hours of community service to the conditions which I just read. And if she violates, she's looking at 180 days in the county jail.
Ricky Beck, 34, of Medina, Ohio, appeared in court with his attorney, Matthew Geckel. Mr. Beck was charged with 2 counts of theft, both 5th-degree felonies.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put you under general supervision for a moderate risk offender for 3 years. I'm going to give you 180 days of home arrest. I'm going to review that in 90 days. You'll have to pay a $25 hookup fee. No other fee will be assessed to you. We'll pick up the rest of the cost. He is to be placed in the SAM program for 90 days, and what that means is that for 90 days, you'll call every day, and sometimes you're going to have to report for a drug test.
Okay.
You are not to enter into the Giant Eagle or Northport. You are to make best efforts to obtain and maintain gainful, verifiable employment. You are to obtain a drug alcohol assessment and follow recommendations by the treatment provider. Do not possess or consume alcohol. Submit to random regular drug testing, alcohol testing, and be arrested on first positive finding. I am going to waive court costs. I am going to make a restitution of $954 to Visa. However, the probation department is instructed to try to find out what really happened with the property. If the property was returned, then how does Visa, what does Visa do with that? He does have to pay a monthly. He does have to pay drug testing fees. He does have to pay a supervision fee as long as he is working. He is to submit to regular random drug assessment and be arrested on first positive finding. So his conditions 1 through 8 is modified on page 11 of the PSI. He violates, he's looking at 10 months in the county jail. I'm sorry, prison.
Wayne A. Schloss, 49, of Lodi, Ohio, appeared with his attorney Kevin Andre of Wadsworth on a charge of domestic violence, a third-degree felony. Here is Judge Kimbler's imposing sentence on Mr. Schloss' case.
We're going to put him on supervision for 3 years. General supervision. He's going to do 180 days of house arrest, 24 hours of community service. Now, here's what's going to happen to you, Mr. Beck, or Mr. Schloss. If I see you on a probation violation, you're doing 36 months in prison.
Scott J. Kitchen II, 24, of Doylestown, Ohio, appeared in court with his attorney Lee Skidmore. Mr. Kitchen was charged with 1 count of failure to comply, a third-degree felony. Mr. Kitchen forfeited his motorcycle. Here is Judge Kimbler imposing sentence on Mr. Kitchen.
He is reported to that. I will give him non-residential community control sanctions. He's reported to the Medina County Adult Probation Department for 3 years, initially under ISP, because it is a third-degree felony. I will order the 60 days of home arrest, but we'll review that at 30 days. He pays a $25 fee, we pay everything else. His license has to be suspended for 3 years, unfortunately for him, but I have to do it, and I cannot get any driving privileges. But I will give him the minimum suspension. He is to submit to regular random drug testing, be arrested on first positive finding, maintain gainful, verifiable full-time employment, pay all court costs, supervision fees, and drug testing fees. So his conditions 1 through 5 on page 6 of the PSI is conflict. If he violates, he's looking at the possibility of 180 days in the county jail.
Brandon M. Akers, 20, of Brunswick, Ohio, was sentenced by Judge Kimbler for 1 count of trafficking in drugs, a fifth-degree felony. Mr. Akers was represented by attorney Kenneth Stadar of Medina. Here is Mr. Akers being sentenced.
We're going to put him under general supervision for up to 3 years. We're going to make him obtain a GED within 6 months. He must make best efforts to maintain gainful, verifiable employment. He must participate in the SAM program for 90 days. He must obtain a drug, alcohol, mental health assessment through the APD's in-house counselor. He must submit to regular random drug testing and be arrested on first positive finding. He must pay out court. Well, I'm going to waive court costs, Ms. Connolly. He does have to pay supervision fees as long as he's employed. He does have to pay drug testing fees. Now, how the SAM program works is every day for 90 days, you're going to call a number. Occasionally, you're going to be told to come in and take a drug test. You got 2 hours to get here. Okay, you follow me on that?
Yes.
Okay. So you got to put doing this before anything else, before your job, before your family, before anything. You got to get here within 2 hours. Now, if you were to violate the terms and conditions of supervision, I'm going to put him in if I get him into a CBCF, that's where he's going to go.
This is Kate Feeks thanking you for watching this online video edition of Medina County Court News.